Hey, Martha, why don't you go make me a nice pastrami? Okay. What's going on, everybody? Jared here with just an awful movie review. But if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it seriously helps me out and it keeps you guys up to date on this channel's newest content every single week. So I went out and made the worst decision since that time I tried to get back together with my ex and saw the new crime drama, The Kitchen. Mob wives Kathy, Ruby, and Claire take business into their own hands after their husbands go to prison. So does The Kitchen serve up something delicious? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of this crime drama starring Tiffany Haddish and Melissa McCarthy in the comments down below. Now let's get into some of the good. I'll give a nod to The Kitchen. It did a decent job of setting that 70s aesthetic from the style, the cars, the music, the costuming, the look. It felt like this was the 70s, so I thought that the crew did a great job setting all of that up. But that is where any sort of positive for The Kitchen ends in my book. The rest of this movie is seriously a mishmash of all of these different scenes and montages sort of coming together for this resolution at the end. In simple form, the husbands go to jail, the women aren't getting the payment or the money that they thought that they were gonna get from the other mob people, so they go off and start their own business or competition against these people. But throughout this struggle, or rather through line, scenes and events seemingly happen just to happen. I mean, I'm trying to piece it together right now. Like, they go dancing at some point, there's dumping of these bodies, there's one point where they literally shoot a pimp in broad daylight, and then Tiffany Haddish is like, hey mamas, come walk with me, and the two chicks that the guy was harassing just start walking with her. Major events in The Kitchen are skimmed over and nonsense is focused on. I don't know, man, things and people seemingly pop out of nowhere as well. Domhnall Gleeson shows up like the Hell's Kitchen Zorro and murders this guy just at the nick of time to save someone, or Melissa McCarthy shows up at the docks at the right time to see bodies being dumped. It's 2 a.m. Melissa McCarthy, what are you doing? You have kids at home, you got other things to worry about. Why are you down by the docks? This odd placement of scenes and transitions and more montages than a Rocky movie leaves a lot to be desired for. Again, it's a mishmash of a bunch of scenes that somehow come together for a movie. And all of this in turn has a huge impact on the characters and their motivations. You know, from the first 10 minutes of the movie, you sort of have these characters figured out. The three leading ladies are loving wives, they're mothers, some are in abusive, not the greatest relationships, but then after that, it's like their character was like, I'm just gonna go be whoever I want to be, maybe switch a little bit more, go over here and do this and whatnot. Out of the three, one is in a loving relationship, so when her husband goes off to jail, she is sad, but the other two are sad. It doesn't make any sense because they're in abusive, cheating relationships. He's gone. Be happy. Then as the movie continues, one sort of steps up and tries to be the ringleader, doing her own gig over here for a whole different neighborhood, trying to push the other ones out. One becomes a stone cold killer. What happened to these characters? And the overall tone in The Kitchen shifts more than a trucker on the highway. It starts off as this crime drama mob story, then shifts into this dark comedy with laughs and witty lines, into this suspenseful movie with some hardcore violence, into a period piece with race relations. What the hell is the point of The Kitchen? I thought that this was a crime drama mob film. It becomes way too technical for that label. Overall, The Kitchen is the equivalent of someone microwaving fish at the office. It stinks. It has a decent aesthetic, but with a mess of a movie and scenes, and with the most flip-floppy character motivations and overall tone. I would 100% skip out on The Kitchen. From the trailers and promo material, it looked like this badass, fun mob film, but The Kitchen goes up in flames like Tim Allen cooking a turkey in the Santa Claus. In closing, I'm gonna give The Kitchen 0.5 out of 5 sandwiches. So what did you guys think of The Kitchen? I want to know. I seriously want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. I think early next week should be the first episode of Movies and Nonsense starring Dan Jensen from Dan Jensen Movie Talk. Stay tuned for that. Follow all my social media stuff down there. Click that subscribe button because it helps me out. And until next time, I'll see you later.